The courtroom smelled like old wood and desperation, but Karen strutted in like she owned the place, her heels clicking like a countdown to chaos. Nobody expected her to swipe a Navy veteran's Compassa relic from his father's service in Vietnam, but Karen never needed a reason to stir the pot. It started at the Willow Creek Community Fair, a sunny Saturday where kids chased balloons and old-timers swapped stories over lemonade. Karen, the town's self-appointed queen of complaints, had been prowling the veterans' booth, where Tom Harris, a grizzled 62-year-old with a limp from his service days, displayed his late father's war memorabilia. The compass, a scratched brass keepsake engraved with "Stay True," sat proudly among dog tags and faded photos. Tom shared its story with anyone who'd listen. How his dad navigated jungles with it, how it guided him home. Karen, though, wasn't listening. She was scheming. "Looks like junk," she'd said, loud enough for the crowd to turn. Tom's jaw tightened, but he kept his cool, explaining its sentimental value. Karen smirked, tossing her hair. "Sentimental? More like clutter. You should thank me for cleaning up." By Sunday, the compass was gone. Tom found it missing after Karen's third lap around his booth, her purse suspiciously bulging. He confronted her, voice steady but eyes burning. "Karen, give it back. It's not yours." She laughed a sharp, grating sound and denied everything. The crowd whispered. Karen didn't care. She never did. Word spread like wildfire. Willow Creek wasn't big, and Karen's reputation preceded her. The woman who'd argued with a barista over decaf, who'd called the cops on kids for skateboarding, who demanded the library remove offensive books. But stealing from a vet? That crossed a line. Tom didn't want drama, he just wanted his compass. He asked nicely, then firmly. Karen doubled down, posting on the town's Facebook group, "Some people need to stop whining about old trinkets and move on." The post got 200 comments, most calling her out. She blocked half the town. Enter Sarah Delgado, a local lawyer who'd served in the Navy herself. She heard Tom's story at the diner, where he sat nursing black coffee, staring at his empty hands. Sarah wasn't one for small talk, she was all business, with a stare that could cut glass. "I'll take her down," she told Tom pro bono. "That compass isn't just metal. It's your history." Tom nodded, tears welling. He didn't want money or revenge, just his dad's memory back. Sarah dug in. She found security footage from the fair. Grainy, but clear enough to show Karen slipping the compass into her purse while Tom helped a kid with a flag pin. The evidence wasn't ironclad, but it was enough to drag Karen to small claims court. The town buzzed. Karen, unfazed, hired a slick out-of-town lawyer, Michael Voss, who wore suits too shiny for Willow Creek. He spun a tale of misunderstandings and overzealous veterans, painting Tom as a confused old man. Karen played the victim, claiming she'd found the compass and planned to return it. Her lies were as bold as her red lipstick. The courtroom showdown was electric. Tom sat ramrod straight, his Navy cap on the table, while Karen fidgeted, her confidence cracking under Sarah's questions. "Ms. Thompson," Sarah said, voice like a blade, "why did you post online mocking Mr. Harris's loss instead of returning the item you found?" Karen stammered, her face flushing. Voss objected, but the judge, a no-nonsense woman named Clara Evans, wasn't having it. "Answer the question," she snapped. Karen's story unraveled. She claimed she thought it was trash, then admitted she kept it as a souvenir. The gallery gasped. Tom's hands shook. Sarah presented the footage. The room went silent as Karen's hand slipped into her purse on the grainy screen. Voss tried to spin it, "No clear proof it's the same compass." But Judge Evans leaned forward, eyes narrowing. "Mr. Voss, I suggest you stop insulting my intelligence." The crowd stifled laughs. Karen's smirk was gone, replaced by a nervous twitch. Tom spoke next, his voice low but steady. That compass got my dad through war. It's all I have left of him. She took more than metal, she took his story. A woman in the back sobbed. Even Voss looked uncomfortable. The judge ruled in Tom's favor. Karen had to return the compass and pay $1,500 in damages for emotional distress. But here's where it got messy. Karen didn't have the compass anymore. She'd sold it online for $200 to a collector, thinking no one would trace it. Sarah, relentless, had already tracked the buyer, who mailed it back to Tom after hearing the story. But Karen's stunt had consequences. The town turned on her. Her boutique, already struggling, lost customers. Her social media rants got no likes, only hate. Then Sarah dropped the bomb. A criminal charge for theft, backed by the footage and Karen's own admission in court. The second hearing was uglier. Karen, now without Voswo, ditched her after the civil loss represented herself. A disaster in the making. She rambled about small-town conspiracies and veteran privilege, digging her hole deeper. The prosecutor, a quiet man with a knack for facts, laid out the case. Theft, intent, and zero remorse. Karen's defense? I didn't know it was valuable. The judge wasn't buying it. Ignorance isn't innocence, Ms. Thompson. Karen got 90 days in county jail and a $2,000 fine. As deputies led her out, she yelled, "This town's a joke." Nobody clapped back. They just watched her go. Tom got his compass back, but it felt heavier now. He polished it nightly, as if wiping away Karen's touch. The town rallied around him. Kids left thank you notes at his booth, and the diner comped his coffee. But Tom wasn't celebrating. "I just wanted peace," he told Sarah over beers at the VFW hall. She nodded. Sometimes justice hurts more than it heals. Karen, meanwhile, sat in a cell, scrolling through her phone's last scraps of Wi-Fi, reading the town's posts about her downfall. Her name was mud, and no amount of whining could clean it. The fallout lingered. Willow Creek's Facebook group exploded with debates. Was Karen a villain or just misguided? Did Tom deserve more than his compass back? Some saw her as a symptom of a bigger problem, entitlement run amok. Others pitied her, saying loneliness drove her to act out. The fair committee banned her for life and her boutique shuttered. Tom kept to himself, avoiding the spotlight. Sarah moved on to her next case, but she kept Tom's number. "For when you need a friend," she said. Karen's story didn't end in jail. Released after 60 days for good behavior, she moved to a city 200 miles away, where no one knew her name. But the internet remembered. Screenshots of her posts circulated, a cautionary tale of hubris. Tom donated the $1,500 to a veterans charity, saying, "Dad would have wanted it that way." The compass sat on his mantle, catching sunlight, a quiet reminder of what lasts and what breaks. What do you think? Did Karen get what she deserved? Or was the town too harsh? Share your take on justice and accountability in the comments below.